Summer's almost here, and that means area theme parks are prepping for visitors from far and near. On this edition of Orlando Sentinel Snapshot, we experience some of Central Florida's brand new attractions and chart our ever-changing theme park landscape. I'm Rich Pope reporting from Orlando's newest water park, Universal's Volcano Bay. Slap on the sunscreen as we dive into this water park and find out how their virtual queues will work. Then, get immersed in Disney's lush new land of the Na'vi with Pandora, the world of Avatar at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Next, from virtual lines to virtual reality, new cutting-edge technology is changing the way we experience theme parks in Central Florida and beyond. And whether on Team Mickey or Team Potter, superfans turn their love of local theme parks into a way of life. Finally, Orlando Sentinel theme park reporter Dewayne Bevil offers some tips to tourists and some locals to curb bad habits and maybe even save a life. Well, you can't miss it driving down I-4, the centerpiece for Universal Orlando's new water park, this volcano behind me. I'm joined here with Dale Mason, Vice President and Creative Director for Universal Orlando. Dale, how does someone get permission to build a volcano?
From the beginning of this project, there was no question we had to build the volcano. And we hope it's an icon for Universal Orlando, and I hope that it becomes an icon for Orlando itself.
Tell me about this volcano. What makes it special?
It's called Krakatoa, and there's a myth surrounding it. It's a fantasy volcano that's a water volcano by day and a fire volcano by night. So you see this amazing waterfall, 30,000 gallons a minute pouring out of it. At night, this beautiful blue waterfall will become a firefall, and the top of the volcano will explode with lava.
So I hear there's no lines. Tell me about how these virtual queues will work.
Well, we call it Tapu Tapu, and basically we give you a wristband that you wear during your day in the park. You'll go to an attraction, you'll basically tap in. Then you can go do whatever you want to do. You want to go to the rivers, you want to play in the pools, you want to go get lunch, and when the time comes for you to ride, you get a buzz on your wrist, you look down, it says, time to ride. You walk over, you go up.
What other things can you do with this device?
Well, it's great. It's tied into the whole park. You can purchase things with it, you have access to your lockers with it, and it also is connected into a whole series of play elements throughout the park. And you can walk up to a tiki and tap the face of it and actually shoot water on another guest or control water throughout the park.
I'm looking forward to the lazy river and the wave pool, but for the more adventurous, what other rides can visitors experience?
Well, we have actually two rivers here.
Okay.
Waka Waiwai is the lazy river, the winding river, and it runs through a fantastic cave of starlight in the heart of the volcano. And we have another river called Te Awa, which is the fierce river. And this is an action river with amazing rapid sections and wave generator sections. It is going to be something unlike anything else. We have a great slide called Hanu Ike Moana, and the ride vehicle itself actually has a volcano built into the center of it. And as you run down the slide, water erupts out of the center of your ride vehicle as you go.
That sounds really cool. Thanks, Dale. Universal Orlando's Volcano Bay officially opens May 25th. Another highly anticipated addition this summer is at Disney's Animal Kingdom, where you can live like the Na'vi, ride on the back of a mountain banshee, or float along a river in a bioluminescent rainforest. We explore Pandora, the world of Avatar. Avatar. The film, released in 2009, has brought in nearly $3 billion worldwide. It innovated visual effects and cinematography and ushered in a new chapter of 3D film experiences. In 2011, the Disney company announced that James Cameron's world of the Na'vi would come to life at Disney's Animal Kingdom. 6 years later, Pandora, the world of Avatar, is ready to be explored.
The world of Pandora is green. So now you are free to have your own adventure.
At the center of exploration of the 12 acres of this new addition is a focal point of mountainous outcroppings that appear to be floating.
When we made the movie, we did everything virtually. We never had that immersive tactile experience. But I think what I'm most excited about people seeing is the totality. This is 360 degrees.
Visitors will journey through the notion that they are on the distant moon of Pandora, experiencing the cultures and the land where the night sets the stage as one of the main attractions.
As the sun goes down, there is a tremendous cacophony through this entire land as every living creature you can hear seeks a place to roost for the night.
And when you walk into this world, you are able to explore, and we give them things to discover that they don't know are there.
The new addition is highlighted by two rides, the Na'vi River Journey, a trip through the bioluminescent rainforest of Pandora by boat, where riders see viper wolves, Na'vi, and a chance to get face to face with the shaman of song. A second attraction, the Avatar Flight of Passage, takes riders on a virtual thrill ride through the sounds, smells, and sensations as if they are flying on the back of a mountain banshee.
Avatar was about world building and world creation, and that's what the Imagineers chose to do with Pandora.
It's explained that while the land is built around the fictional world of the film Avatar, the underlying ideas of Animal Kingdom are still at the forefront of this new attraction.
Hopefully people will walk away from Pandora with a theme about the intrinsic value of nature in the world in which we live.
Pandora, the World of Avatar at Disney's Animal Kingdom officially opens May 26th. No matter what the tourist destination, theme parks across the globe are constantly innovating to appeal to high-tech thrill seekers. Orlando Sentinel reporter Kayla O'Brien takes a look at how technology is changing everything you thought you knew about theme parks.
In the last few years, theme parks have left behind old traditions and started to solve some long-standing problems. Literally.
The traditional waiting in line experience is not a particularly great one.
Waiting in line, or as some people in the theme park biz like to call it, the queue, has been something guests rarely look forward to.
But lines could soon join Jaws and the Sorcerer's Hat in the past.
Essentially what you're enabling people to do is to set their own schedule and their own capabilities for experiencing the park.
Virtual queuing comes in many forms, like these high-tech wristbands that have a variety of uses.
The guests no longer have to wait in line at all while they're waiting. They get a wait time and then come back at some point in the future. Basically just physically don't have to stand there anymore.
Universal Orlando's Volcano Bay and Jimmy Fallon's Race Through New York also don't have traditional lines.
I think you're going to continue to see an expectation of the guests to make that part of the experience as it becomes more common.
Now let's talk about the fun stuff.
Any cool tech toy comes along and it just gets me all excited.
Virtual and augmented reality are the buzzwords of the year.
It's supposed to be immersive, right? That you're in it. This tech is, I mean, like, we're on the cusp of it. It's around the corner.
And is already starting to pop up around Central Florida.
We've been exploring and innovating, creating some of our own technologies that we can bring into our theme park experiences for our guests that they might not be able to get elsewhere.
The Kraken coaster at SeaWorld Orlando is getting a digital upgrade.
And we'll be able to synchronize exactly to the ride maneuvers and the ride center line for the content that you're going to see to take you into these fantastical worlds. The VR headset allows us to tell these cool new stories in brand new ways and apply to an old ride system. So it's kind of a nice little home run for us.
Fun Spot also added virtual reality headsets to their Freedom Flyer ride. And the next big thing in theme park tech might be here sooner than you think.
We have multiple attractions opening this year and next year that integrate and use these technologies. And I don't believe that VR is going to be the end-all future of everything. I think it's just a here and now, and it's a moment in time that we can experience new things that they haven't seen before.
We do have projects in the pipe that I'm not able to speak of that we will be seeing in the next year or two that will really be taking the tech to the next level.
From costumes to home decor, superfans are all in when it comes to their love of local theme parks. We get a glimpse at how some superfans incorporate their passion into their daily lives. For some, all it takes is one trip.
Now, she was hooked after the first trip. She loved Mickey before, right? But she didn't realize how much until we came to Disney.
That first trip for Al and Barbara Nanas was a family vacation in 1986.
We started to come back every year, and then twice a year, and 3 times a year.
And they say friends and family were left scratching their heads.
They thought we were nuts. People said there's a whole world out there. Why do you keep going back to Disney? And the answer was because we love it.
They loved it so much they would move from New York after retirement to be closer.
And when you go to Disney World, you can be a big kid.
This escape is what is referred to as the Disney bubble. But for the Nanas, this bubble would expand to include their home.
It just kept going. And the more we collected, the more we wanted to collect.
Now every room in their home is dedicated to this love of Disney.
You know, when life gets you down a little bit, you just look around. You know, this is a happy thing, just like Disney's, like she said. Disney's a happy place. You know, we all have our idiosyncrasies, good word. Yes, we all have that. Ours just happens to be around Disney.
This extreme commitment to all things Disney comes as no surprise to Michelle Atwood, because like them, one visit is all it took.
When I was 6, they decided to take me to Disney World for the first time, and it was over. I was hooked. And then from that point on, as I got older, that's the only place I wanted to go.
And like many Disney fans, she just couldn't get enough.
You look forward to the next movie. Order planning videos from Disney, even if you can't go, just to get that little piece of magic.
It's a journey into fandom that she would turn into a career after she started the popular blog, The Main Street Mouse.
These people are so passionate about everything Disney. And you got the outsiders that think, what is wrong with you? You know, like why do you love Disney so much?
And she explains it's more than just a hobby or something fans like.
It's a lifestyle. It's a way of living. The feedback that I get is that Disney is an escape from everyday life.
This lifestyle is what eventually led to uprooting her family from Michigan and moving closer to Disney, a story she chronicled in her book. The thing is, it's not just Disney parks anymore. Universal now has its fair share of superfans, thanks to a boy wizard.
The very first time I walked into Hogsmeade, I cried. The music plays and the big scene just unfolds before you, and you're just so taken with, oh my God, I'm really here.
Like many fans, sometimes for Lewis, just going isn't enough, and going in character makes it all the more fun.
It's a way of feeling close to your passion. It's a way of feeling that you're a part of that thing that you love.
For Lewis, who is retired after spending 30 years as an educator, her love of all things Potter started with the book series.
I think that they amped up what's expected of theme parks, and so the level of immersion is so much deeper, it's so much more real, and instead created an alternate reality that you can live in. Then they did the impossible and surpassed it with Diagon Alley.
While it means countless visits for her, the novelty never wears off.
I will never get tired of this place. And it's true, I go a lot, and I never get tired of being there. I love feeling like I'm in that world.
For those visiting area attractions for the first time, Orlando Sentinel theme park reporter Dewayne Bevil offers tips to help you blend in with the locals.
Dear tourist, welcome to Orlando. We love you, honestly. Without you, Orlando would be a swamp without tall buildings, pro sports, golf courses, Brazilians, or an international airport. Bless your hearts. But some of you have bad habits, and we don't want copycat behavior. So here's our handy-dandy guide of how to be a tourist without looking like a tourist, and a gentle reminder for the rest of us. Number 1, in the theme park parking lot, don't walk into the flow of cars. Some of your mamas didn't tell you not to play in traffic. Parking is done single file, like a conga line. But once you leave your vehicle, don't you dare join that dance. It's best, trust me, to move toward the front of your car, then turn toward the park. Theme park workers are too nice to tell you this, but I'm not. Get out of the way. Number 2, during fireworks or any other show, please, please, please do not put a child on your shoulders. Little Brittany, Ashton, Emma, or Liam might get a slightly better view, but everyone behind them will not. Then they'll put Caden, Carlos, Cameron, or Caitlin on their shoulders, and so on and so on and so on. Number 3, don't play the "but I'm on vacation" card. Being away from home doesn't give you the right to cut in line or go into roped-off areas. See here, the sign doesn't say, "Do not climb on this statue" unless you're on vacation. Number 4, don't mess up the theme park's names. Okay, so Walt Disney World is the whole kit and caboodle. It's the Magic Kingdom Park. It's Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom, plus Disney Springs, 2 water parks, and a bunch of hotels and more. Universal Orlando is Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure theme parks, the new Volcano Bay water park, Universal City Walk, and some hotels. This is where Wizarding World of Harry Potter is. You knew that, right? SeaWorld Orlando is the SeaWorld theme park, Aquatica water park, and Discovery Cove, which is a day resort. That's a good start for you. Number 5, I don't want to be all negative, so here's one for your to-do list. Go ahead and cuss about Interstate 4. Cuss a blue streak. I mean, on I-4, east is north and west is south, and now it's being widened and improved, and they're putting a volcano next to it. Go ahead, shake your fist, scream at that texting guy in the rental car that just cut you off, and say something like, you'll blend right in.
Thanks, Dewayne. I couldn't have said it better myself. Some things you can count on this summer: hot weather, crowds of tourists, and plenty of theme park experiences. So strap on your tapu and cool off with a wild ride on Krakatoa Aqua Coaster. Until next time, thanks for exploring Central Florida's new theme park experiences with Orlando Sentinel Snapshot.